So I'd let you enjoy the little lambs with me. There was one bouncing across the field just before I started recording. It was doing a little hoppity skippity run across the field. It was very, very cute. I don't know, I think more people should. This one doesn't. She's staring at me, quite right. She doesn't want me anywhere near her little babies. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. There's another mummy there going, oh, there he is. Did you see him bounding? Or her, I don't know. He or she. I don't like to walk through when there's little lambs because I'm conscious that I probably am disturbing them and making their mummies feel a bit on edge. You're very cute. Look at you. But I like coming this way because it means that I get to avoid the road for a little while. So I'm sorry, sheepies. I'm sorry, baby lambs. I'm sorry. I'm trying to avoid you. Try and go round you as much as possible. I just like to make them aware as I'm walking through that I don't eat you. I don't participate in eating little baby lambs. So fear not. It's very nice, isn't it? Very cute. Oh, is that kind of bigger one? A bigger one? Is that your big sister? Ah, they're too cute. I used to eat lamb. It was actually my favourite meat when I ate meat. I still eat meat occasionally. I try not to, but occasionally I will get a hankering for it. But I try and avoid pork. I don't eat any pork anymore. I try and just eat chicken. If I get a kind of craving for some lamb, Freudian slip. Sorry, lambs. Don't listen to me. Close your ears. If I get a craving for some meat, then I try and make sure that it's chicken, which isn't any fucking better than any other animal. You know, not. I don't think that for a second. It's still killing something and eating something. You're still getting the fucking bad vibes from doing that. But you know, I do get a craving occasionally. I think the last time I ate any meat was Christmas, so you know, it's April now. I'm not doing too bad. I eat fish, but again, that's probably like maybe once a week at most, I would say. Ugh. Getting too old for going over these. Oh, they're doing the zoomy inny outy thing again, aren't they? Doing the zoomy. Oh, there we go. You see it? I'm catching it real time now. I have to keep my finger on the button. I might just pause this a second till we go past this farm, because it's probably where it's. Oh, it won't let me pause it. Very good, aren't they? Very good. Right, okay, I won't bother with pausing it. I'm not going to bother with the visuals because I can see it happening. Ugh. That's funny. I can zoom it out manually. I'm doing that now, and then it just keeps clicking, flicking, like doing a click, 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 like a little glitch every now and again. It's funny, isn't it? Once I get kind of close to civilization. Don't like me filming, they really don't. They love to control my phone whenever I'm talking. But I know none of you are here for the visuals. I mean, none of you are here anyway, realistically, but the couple of people that do listen, I'm pretty sure you don't. It's not for the scenery, you know. I need to take my finger off of the zoom button while I climb over this. Oh. There we go. So you'll just have to put up with the what's it called? Seizure inducing zoomy inny outies from the retards that control my phone. Hi retards! Hi Sergeant or PC retard, whatever rank you are. Yeah, I didn't want to talk about eating meat or lambs, I just wanted to show you the little lambs. I wanted to talk to you about addiction, really. I suppose you could include lamb in addiction, food addiction. But addiction, so the arseholes, gang stalkers in the house that I live in, they were going hard last night, you know, they're just the usual. They try and keep making us sleep deprived, so they'll bang, they'll scream, they'll shout, they'll do whooping noises, they'll blast. This is throughout the night, you know, early hours of the morning, until the time when I would normally wake up in the morning, about 6ish. So they do it throughout the night. They wait until I've gone to bed and then they start. They'll be pretty much quiet all day. Sometimes one of them will blast its music throughout the day as well, but mostly they're kind of quiet during the day. But they'll wait until I lie down to go to sleep and then they start. And obviously throughout the night there's neighbours around, so they won't play the music full blast, you know, continuously. They'll just do kind of 10 seconds blast of the music, so they'll have their music at full volume and then they'll blast it for 5 to 10 seconds, just enough to wake me up, and then they'll turn it off again. And then, you know, they'll wait a period of time and then they'll do the same thing again. That's alongside, you know, the banging and the screaming and the shouting. This is just like a continuous effort from them. This is pretty much what they do all the time, you know, it's what they're there to do. You know, they're retards, they aren't worth anything else to do any other kind of, they couldn't be employed anywhere in a proper job, working alongside normal people. This is all they're cut out to do, so they do this every so often and try and keep me sleep deprived. And the reason, slow down walking because I can't talk and walk. The reason that they try and keep me sleep deprived is, well, there's a few reasons. I think one of them is that they want me to retaliate. They live in hope that I'm going to retaliate, that I'm going to go down there and do something or lose my temper, so that they get some kind of sick enjoyment out of that, you know. I grew up with a brother who's very much a narcissist, and he spent my whole childhood torturing me, bullying me. You can only call it torture, that's what it was, physically. Torturing me, but also mentally torturing me. That was his favourite, was to mentally torture me. And my mother, who was also a narcissist, would tell me that it was my fault, and because I shouldn't get so easily upset, you know, she wouldn't, there would be nothing, our little golden boy could do no wrong in her eyes. She was a narcissist as well, so she was quite glad of the narcissistic behaviour being carried out by her son. So it's mental torture, so they want you to retaliate. They get some kind of sick pleasure out of that. Anytime that I ever lost my temper with my brother and started shouting or got upset, you know, he got great enjoyment out of that. It would give him immense pleasure. He would, you know, I still remember the smile that he would have on his face any time that I lost my temper as a child. And as an adult, he carried it on into adulthood. I mean, you don't stop being a narcissist just because you become an adult, you know. You just get better at hiding it, like I wrote on someone's post, you know. He's quite a handsome guy with a nice smile, and you know, they hide behind that, they hide behind their looks, really. And they know how to act, they're very good actors, so he very much puts on a show for the people around him that he's a nice person, you know. They put on, they fake it, they fake the type of person that they are. That's what they're, because they know that they're fucking evil, they know that there's something missing inside them. No one gets enjoyment out of torturing another person and doesn't know that they're evil, so they know, they're aware of it. That's why they have to hide behind the act that they put on. But anyway, these retards in the house, that is one of their goals, is to get me to retaliate, which I don't. Another one is to, obviously, or to complain. You know, they want me to complain, they want me to lose my temper so they can film it and they know that they've upset me. Or if I retaliate, if I wake up in the morning, start slamming doors, or, you know, I start retaliating and blasting music, then they know that they've got to me. I don't. All I do is, every time it happens, I email the letting agent and I'll maybe make another little video about that situation. But I email them, I don't retaliate, I don't get involved, I don't confront them, I'm not interested, they're filthy retards, I don't care about what it is that they do. I know that they've been sent there, I hold my patience. But also what it is that they want me to do is they want you to turn to something that you use to comfort yourself, that you've always used to comfort yourself now. For me, in the past, it would have been alcohol, so whenever I was upset or angry or frustrated, I would turn to alcohol. I don't do that anymore. But that is the dream for them, really. The dream is for me to hear this. I don't know if you can probably pick it up in the background, the sirens. The dream is for me to go back to alcohol, because that was fucking great for them. It was really brilliant. They were able to gaslight me tremendously during the period when I was drinking. So that's the ultimate goal for them, really, is for me to start drinking again, which I'm not going to do. I do get a hankering every now and again, I do. You know, when I'm having a particularly bad day or a shit time of it, or I'm angry, it's the first thought that pops into my head. But you know, your brain, you are not your brain, and you've got to think the reasoning behind these thoughts. You know, a healthy brain, or if your brain was doing what was good for you, it wouldn't be wanting you to turn to things that are ultimately destructive to you. You know, this isn't a thought that would be implanted by a thinking brain. This is an outside thought that's been implanted by someone who doesn't want the best for you. That's kind of the way that I think about it. But they also take great enjoyment, you know, if I turn to food, say for instance, for comfort. They love that. So it's obviously psychological, this whole thing. So look at the little black sheep. They're cute, aren't they? Oh, really beautiful. Yeah, it's psychological in nature, so if they can get you to turn to any kind of addiction that you have, then they're monitoring that, you know, they're watching you at all times. So if I go out today, you know, they've kept me awake for whatever time. Look at this on the ground. Let's have a look at this, see what it is. Oh, it's a cattle, where it's going to get slaughtered probably. Farmer's dropped it. Yeah, so if they can get me, you know, they're getting watched all the time, so if they can get me to, you know, keep me awake all last night and the night before, and, you know, if they can do that continuously till I'm sleep deprived, I'm feeling really pissed off and angry and kind of low, and then I want to turn to something for comfort, I want to try and fill the emptiness, so I choose food, so they're monitoring me. That's a win for them. You know, if I go to the shop and buy a 12-pack of crisps and a multi-pack of chocolate bars, you know, that which I have fucking done, you know, it's not unusual. That's a win for them. They love that, because they're pushing you towards something that's unhealthy for you, and it leaves me at the end of the day feeling like shit anytime that I do that, and they know that, so it's like a vicious cycle that they want to keep you trapped in, you know. So it's trying to beat the things that they're trying to push you towards, trying to keep the upper hand and not fall into the trap of you know, going towards your addictions. It's above reproach. That's the phrase that people use quite a lot, is to be above reproach, and it's really fucking difficult. The binge eating thing for me is the most difficult. It's much more difficult to not do than the alcohol, but it's a learning curve, you know, and I kind of finally getting to grips with it. I think I tend to eat quite clean. I don't have sugar in my diet. I try to avoid carbs. You know, and it's the best way for me to go about things, is to eat quite clean a lot of the time. Yeah, so that's my little fucking spastic rant of the day. So sorry, I shouldn't use words like that, but you know, it's just the way that I speak. I'm sorry. I hope it doesn't offend anybody. I don't mean it in an offensive way. It's just the language that I use. You know, if you're offended, you're probably in the wrong place, to be fair. Yeah. So I'll leave you with the lambs. So you take care. God bless, and lots of love. Bye bye.